Welcome back to Hope and Heal's channel. J Soul signing in, here to talk about tasting and seeing at Christmas time. We are talking about Psalm 34, verse 8. Taste and see, the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. I want to dedicate this video to some friends, people that I love and care about, that have recently lost loved ones, and they are grieving and grieve like I have and like I still do at times. My friends Jessica Upchurch, Quinn Quintero, and my cousin Trina Cook, and all the family. We are missing Jeff Cook very much. I'm going to be sharing a song the title is The Commission, and it is sung by Cain. I don't own the rights to the song, but when I heard the song, I just really felt like it was something that needs to be shared. It might make you feel a little bit sad, especially if you're missing someone, like many people are, especially now with the holidays being upon us. But when I heard it, although it did stir up emotions, and of course the tears did flow, it really just reminded me and gave me hope, and all these different ideas and things that I have held on to since losing the father of my children, my ex-husband, Jimmy Fielder II. I've learned a lot of things. It's been 8 years now, and I have learned so much, but my faith was strong before, and I've just continue to try to keep building that and exercising that muscle by seeking God every day. And part of what I believe is that I should be sharing these things that I'm learning, and that's the purpose for me to be on here, helping out my Hope and Heal squad, to let people know about Jesus, the love of Jesus, and that there is hope regardless of the circumstances that you're in. We all face challenges. So I'm dedicating this video and this song to my friends, but to anyone that is struggling with feelings of sadness and feelings of grief, because you're missing someone this holiday season. You're not alone. There are many of us that are feeling the way that you feel. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that the song I'm going to share stirs up hope for you like it does me. So let me go ahead and share that with you now. See my hands, look at my feet. It's okay if it's hard to believe. I have faith you will do greater things. It's my time to go, but before I leave, go tell the world about me. I was dead, but now I live. I've gotta go now, but a little while. But goodbye is not the end. Don't forget the things that I taught you. I've conquered death and I hold the keys. Where I go, you will go to someday. But there's much to do here before you leave. So go tell the world about me. I was dead, but now I live. I've gotta go now for a little while. But goodbye is not the end of the journey. end of the road. My spirit is with you wherever you go. You have a purpose, and I have a plan. I make you this promise, I'll come back again. But until then, go tell the world about me. I was dead, but now I live. I've gotta go now for a little while. Hey, goodbye is not the end. Go tell them about me. I've gotta go for a little while. Goodbye is not the end. So the commission by Cain. I hope that that song is bringing you hope, even through tears, because I know that's what it did for me. I had tears when I heard it, and it meant so much to me. I'm gonna read out of my Hope and Heals journal, which is available on Amazon. So you like a journal, just to maybe write down some of your hopes, some of the things that you're needing to heal from. It's an excellent journal that we love to use. And let me just share, I have scripture that is John 11, verses 25 through 26. I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live, even though he dies. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this? I love that it ends with that question, because if we don't believe, then it just doesn't apply to our lives. And I was taught that. In Jesus, when we become believers and we begin a new life, we're different. We should be different. We're a new creation, and so our life will be different. The life we live here is going to be different and should be different, will reflect differently than it did before. Will we still have struggles that we had before? Of course we will. We're human. But having him in our corner and having him to go to through the struggles and the challenges is what will make us different and will make our lives different. And not only that, but through our example, other people can be affected and impacted because we become a new creation in Jesus, because we are believers. Let me just let you know the things that really spoke to me in the song. There's certain certain lyrics. I'm just going to go through them really quickly, and then I'll go through a little more. I was dead, but now I live. Goodbye is not the end. My spirit is with you wherever you go. You have a purpose and I have a plan. And then I conquered death. So those are things that make me feel so much hope, because it's so true. And although this song is written with the perspective from Jesus' perspective, it's Jesus talking. It's all the things that he said, all the things that he taught before he had to leave. And as he was leaving, he was reminding his apostles and believers, don't forget the things I've taught you, and go tell people about me, and remember that I'm with you. And not only is he with us, the Holy Spirit is with us now, because even though he had to go so that we could have and be blessed and graced with the Holy Spirit. So we've got double power behind us, power and authority behind us, and all he wants is for us to go to him, to trust in him. And I just find a lot of hope in those particular lyrics. So some hope hacks, based on the song as well as John 11:25, is I just have a couple. Is remembering that those special those special lines in the song, and applying them to my lost loved ones. Because I feel like even though the song is in the perspective of Jesus, I feel like those are things that my loved ones that have passed are telling me too. They're telling me those certain lines, that I was dead, even though they were living here on earth. They weren't alive like they are now. They're with Jesus. They're in paradise. They're the lucky ones. I always tell people, they're the lucky people, because we're still here having to face challenges, and having to continue to learn and endure the things that happen in life. And of course we do have support through Jesus and our faith, but it's certainly not heaven. We're not in heaven, which is where we long to be, especially wherever Jesus is, we want to be. And in spirit, he's with us, and we can go to him anytime, but it's not the same as being where our loved ones are at. And of course, we want to be with them, and it hurts our heart, for us to have to be separated from them in the physical sense, because spiritually they're still with us. But it's difficult. It can be difficult to tap into that perception and have that feeling, although they are. Weird things happen in the house, things come undone, things fall. Like there's no explanation. And I just always say, the kids will freak out and be like, did you hear that noise? Why did that thing fall? And like, nobody's in the kitchen. We're all over here in the living room. What's going on? And I just tell them, Dad's just saying hi, like what, and I'm not scared of that. It doesn't scare me. I know that it's a way to remind us that he's still around. So a hope hack from, this song, go tell the world about me. So, talk about the people that have left you, that have impacted you. You grieve for them, and the more you grieve for them and the more you speak about them, it's because of the fact that you love them so much and they impacted your life so much. You should speak about them, and that actually, I think, adds to your life. It helps to be able to relate with other people that have felt the same hurt in their heart, from having to lose people, and for people to physically be gone from their lives that were so important and so special. Talk about them and share things about them. That's where you can find joy from a sad situation. You can make the choice to rejoice, which my little angel up here is saying that, we should be rejoicing. We should rejoice. And God has given me plenty of reasons and plenty of graces and plenty of blessings to rejoice, even though I have people that are missing from my life. My grandmother, Jimmy, my ex-husband, and my son's father, yes, but still in spirit, they're here. I see and feel them all the time. And if I see a butterfly, I know that's my grandma. I see a ladybug, I know that's my grandma. I see a dragonfly, I know that's Jimmy, just saying, hey, I'm still here for you. I'm still your friend, and it's comforting. Yes, it's a little sad, but at the same time, it gives me hope that, like it says, goodbye is not the end. And I always tell people, and a lot of times when I post things, I'll put #LoveNeverDies, especially when it's having to do with someone that's mourning someone and missing someone and offering condolences, because it's very true. Love never dies, and it doesn't matter. It just continues. They are still loving us just like we are still loving them. And the measure of our grief is the same as the measure of the love that we have for that person. So it only makes sense that we should miss them, that we should want to talk about them, that we should want to remember them. And their life, regardless of the reason or the way that they may have passed. We should honor that they even existed, just like we honor and are grateful that Jesus came because he saved us. He came to save us. That was his purpose for being. And he's done it. And every day he saves me, every day. As long as I go to him, as long as I continue to keep seeking him, to keep learning, and to keep sharing that with other people. And then another hack is just to remember, like I have been saying, they're still with us, just in a different way. They're just not here in the physical, but they are still with us. Now, let me just share. I have something I want to share here. Hopefully I can get it. I can get it right in the shot where it needs to be, so you can see everything. But this is Jimmy Fielder II, born December 3rd, 1970, and he passed away September 5th, 2013. And these are all pictures of him and our boys, you know, before he passed away. And that was 8 years ago. Hopefully there isn't a glare and you can kind of see the pictures. But this is a person. I mean, I just have to explain that, you know, I have shared that he died by suicide, and that, you know, that definitely was unexpected, and maybe, you know, we should have known or should have expected it, but it was completely unexpected. But it doesn't matter the way that he left us. It's just the fact that he left us at all, you know, that really has hurt. And just, I have things written down, so I'm sorry. I just don't want to forget to share certain things. But this is the segment where I want to share. I want to talk about him. I want to tell people about him. He was a wonderful person. You know, yes, we had difficult times. Yes, we went through a divorce. But he was still a very good person, and there were so many good things about him I just want to share. So Jimmy, you know, we were in relationship for 25 years, okay, a 25-year-long relationship, and it resulted in two beautiful boys, two beautiful sons. He was an honest and loyal friend till the end. He had some really good friends, a couple of really good friends. One is in heaven, hopefully with him. So, and then the other is still here, missing them both every day. I know, Lance Gaither. And, you know, he was honest and loyal and would just do anything, you know, for his friends. And they had, you know, they were lifetime friends for him from when they were young. He was my best friend for 25 years. He was a lover, a provider, a protector, and a hard worker. Most of all, though, he was very funny. He's the one, he could be very quiet in new situations or around people he didn't really know. But if he knew you or was comfortable, he would just be telling jokes left and right. Me, I am not a joke teller. Like, I hear something, it's really funny, and I try to share it, but I always mess it up somehow. It has to be a very simple little, like, you know, couple line jokes, because that's just not my talent. But he could always make you laugh, always make you laugh. And there were things that he would say that come up in my mind all the time, and I share with my boys as, you know, a way to remind them of things that he would say. And they remember a lot of things too, even though they were kind of young. But let me just share with you some of those phrases, because they're so funny, and it's Jimmy that it reminds me of. So, like, somebody say, you know, we'll leave him a tip, and he'll say, don't take any wooden nickels. Don't take any wooden nickels. Okay, so he's giving a tip, right, instead of giving money. He would say that. Something else that he would say, somebody might say, oh, you know, God, my back's really hurting. Oh, if I had a back like that, mine would hurt too. Just to say something, you know, just to have some kind of a comeback. It doesn't even make any sense, you know, but he just to poke fun. Something else that he would say, well, you know, that guy, he doesn't have a 4-head. He has a 5-head. Somebody that has a big receding hairline, you know. Again, just something funny to lighten up the mood. Something else that he would say that I like to say, that I repeat many times, and I've had a lot of other people just, you know, crack up from hearing it, but, well, he can just get happy in the pants he got mad in. And I mean, I never heard most of these things. I never heard until I met him, and then I heard them over and over and over again for 25 years. So, of course, they're in my mind, right? Let's see. Also, oh, well, he's a pretty fart smeller instead of a pretty smart feller. So, again, just little funny things. And then he loved to do impressions. And one of the impressions that he did was Eddie Murphy. When we would be around friends and we'd be talking about stuff and just telling people things, he would always be like, well, just tell everybody, again, just fun little sayings that he said. Those were him. Those, like trademark kind of stuff. Even the impressions, that he did. And there were many more, but I just can't. I am going to stop right there at those things about him. His birthday is also in December 3rd. It just passed. And every year for many years, his choice for celebrating, he always wanted to celebrate, with just us, the family, the four of us. And he always asked for me to make his mother's recipe for chicken and dumplings. And then I would make a homemade blueberry pie. Every year for many years, every December, that was the meal, the birthday meal. And I have to say, I don't think I've made those dishes since he passed. Even the year he passed, it was of course it was difficult for us, and we went through a lot, and we still do. It's different. It changes over time, but it never really goes away. It's always going to be a part of our lives, that he's not here anymore. And especially when we really wish that he would be here, different milestones that my boys have gone through. There's been so many firsts, and this man was someone that I had so many firsts with as well, because we grew up together. We were around each other since we were 16 years old, and now, he just would have been 51 this month. So it's been 8 years since he passed, and at that time, it had been 25 years that we had been together. So it's, love never dies, and it doesn't matter, what kind of love it is. He was my friend. He was someone that I knew I could always count on. And so it was really difficult when very quickly and just one day to the next, he just wasn't here in the physical sense. But I've learned a lot, from the experience. And I've gained a lot of faith. I've gained a lot of prayer warriors, and I've tried, and I'm still trying to improve in that aspect as well. And that's why I hope that being part of Hope and Heals helps to lead you to hope and to heal as well. I'm in the process of trying to heal, from many, many different things, and continuing to live. Just learning a lot of lessons, but I have, so much grace and blessing that has come to me, and I'm so thankful and so grateful that I can make that choice to rejoice. And rejoicing is to delight in God's grace, and I know I see it all around me all the time. I'm human. I do have my moments of sadness. I do have my moments of just weeping, and I'm surprised that I haven't done that yet. But see, there's just so much more joy and hope at this point. Maybe a few years back, it would have been different. But right now, today, I find hope, and I find him still to be with us. So I encourage you, those of you that are struggling, that are mourning and grieving, to remember these lines, to remember this song, and to draw hope from it, not get so sad from it, because although it is a little sad, and Jesus was sad, he didn't want to leave either, but he knew that that was God's will. And sometimes we just have to accept that. We've got to trust that God knows best, and he's leading us through things that are only for our good. He wastes nothing. everything we can learn from, and positive things can come from even the most negative of situations. So I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, if you are in need of healing, we have our Hope and Heals journal. We also have this Hope and Heals for Me, which stands for Mending Emotions. And that's also available on Amazon, as well as the journal. And then it has, you know, the Hope and Heals squad on the back side of the book. And there's a lot of good stuff. You know, I can show you kind of areas where I'm working, writing in the scriptures, and, you know, trying to heal, because I think that's something that I'm needing in my life. I'm still needing some healing from different situations that I've encountered along the way. So I guess that's all I have to share with you today. I hope that you will draw hope from this video, and will continue to watch the Hope and Heal squad as we continue to encourage and try to support you. Please share the videos and have people subscribe, because we really do want to reach as many people as we can. You know, we're real people that go through real things, and I'm in no way a professional therapist, but I can certainly relate and want to offer up my willingness to pray for you and to help you in any way that I can. So for Hope and Heals, J Soul, signing off.